Okay, I have been asked how to add someone into the game who you can wager with. Pick a number between 1 and 10. If you get the number picked, you can win some gold. If you don't, you lose the gold. Here's what we will do. First thing, we're going to make our character right here. We'll add an event. And let's give him a graphic. We'll choose this guy right here. All right. First thing, we'll walk up to him and we will say, would you like the chance to gamble and win some money? Okay. Now, the obvious answers to that are yes and no. So we will put those choices in and double click here. We're going to show our choices. Our choices are yes and no. If we say no, the person that will then say, too bad, you could have won big. Okay. At the simplest, what we can do is pick a random number and then see if we can pick that random number and then win gold. If not, we lose some gold. Here's what we'll do. We first need to set some random numbers. We need to get the number that we pick. So let's say when we choose yes, we double click here, and we'll have the person ask, how much gold would you like to wager? Now we can do a choice. The choice can be 5, 10, 15, 100, but then we're going to do all of this 4 different times. Let's just do it once, but we'll have to use a variable. And what we're going to do now is called input number processing. We are going to pick how much gold we'd like to do. So we are going to input number, and this number is going to be a variable. So let's call this variable gold wagered. We'll just call it a wager. So I'm going to pick my next variable opening, number 3. I'm going to call it wager. That is our variable. It's called wager. And wager right now can be 1 input. That means it can be up to 9 gold. If we do 2 digits, it can be up to 99 gold. If we do 3 digits, we can wager up to 999 gold. Let's do that. Here's what happens now. Let me apply this. I'll put my start right here. When we walk over to the guy and talk to him, it says, would you like a chance? I can choose yes or no. If I say no, it says, too bad, we could have won big. I come back to him again. Would you like a chance to gamble and win some money? This time I say yes. It says, how much would you like to wager? Notice now we have 3 numbers here. I can use the arrow keys and change all of these numbers between 1 and 9. So if I bet 518, I hit enter. That's the end of our instruction, so nothing else happens. Let's continue where we left off. So we have our wager. We selected 3 numbers. We have this variable. Now let's check to see if we actually have that much gold. To check to see how much gold we have, first we need to compare the variable wager to a variable for how much gold we have in hand. The game does not have a variable for how much gold. We need to make that variable. So let's do that now. We're going to control our variables. Under the variables, we need to make a new one. I'm going to call this purse. I could call it golden hand, but I'm just going to call it, let's call it golden purse. Now we need to make that variable equal to how much gold we have. So we're going to use the operation of set, and we're going to set it to game data. By default it says map ID. That will not help us. So we hit the three dots, and we choose other, and we're going to set it to gold. What that now does is it sets how much gold we have in our hand to the variable golden purse. So I say OK. Now we need to check, is the variable golden purse the same as our wager? Now we do a conditional branch. We double click, use a conditional branch, and we're going to see if the variable wager is equal to or less than the variable of golden purse. If it is not, then he should say, you don't have that money. So let's have him say that. You don't have that money. Leave me alone. All right, let's make a wager that we know we don't have and see if he does this. Let's start it up. All right, if we look, we have 0 gold. Hit enter. Would you like a chance to gamble and win money? Say yes. How much would you like to wager? We bet 21. We don't have it. He says, you don't have that money. Leave me alone. And we're done. Good. Let's now get to the part where we actually can wager. Here's what we will do. We need to get a random number. So we're going to control yet another variable. So we're going to control our variables. And there is our variable for random number. If you don't have one, just click a new variable you're not using and label it random number. For me, it's variable 1. What we're going to do, we are going to set this random number randomly. So we choose random and choose 1. Let's choose 0 and 9. Okay, this will let us choose a number between 0 and 9, or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that number is randomly chosen, and it is called random number. Let's see how this works. I want to make another event real quick. I'm just going to make a guy right here, and what we'll do is we'll make the random variable. So random number is going to be random 0 to 9. And then he's going to say that random number. He's going to show text. Say random number is. And then remember, when you hold your mouse here, it shows us the code. And we're going to use /v and the number 1. So it's slash capital V, square bracket, 1, because random number is the number 1 variable, and close the square bracket. Hit OK. And then each time we do this, we should get a different random number. Let's go talk to this person. It says the random number is 3. Hit it again. The random number is 2. Each time, now it's 8. It changes. We'll go to 1. We'll go to 4. At 4 again. That's possible. And 0 should pop up. 9 should pop up. See, there's our random number 0. So those are our choices. That's how random numbers work. I'm going to delete this guy. Goodbye. Let's go back to our guy in the corner that's making a wager. So what we have so far is we control the variables so that our variable golden purse equals how much gold we have. We made the conditional branch to check to see if the wager is equal to or less than the gold we have in our purse. Then we set a random number. Now we need to pick a random number. So again, with input number processing, instead of picking a wager, let's go ahead and input number, but this variable will be our number picked. And we'll select our next unused variable. It's variable 5, number picked. We'll hit OK there. And we are going to set it to 1 digit. We can choose between 0 and 9. You know, it would be a good idea for our little gambler guy to say, pick a number between 0 and 9. So let me insert this, show text, pick his face. I have a random number. You may pick a number from 0 to 9. So he says that, and then we get the random number, or we get the inputted number. We call it number picked. Now we need to see if they are the same. We are going to do another conditional branch. So we're going to right here make another conditional branch, and we're going to check to see if this variable, the random number, is equal to the variable of number picked. So we have the random number, we have the number picked. If it's the same, we'll have this happen. If it is not, we'll have this happen. Let's do the negative first. If it is not, let's have him say, pick his face, you lose. And let's say what the numbers were, so we know he's really not cheating. The random number was, and our number for random was 1. That was our variable for it. So we do a slash, capital V, square bracket, 1, right square bracket. And then you picked, and again we'll check the variable. So it's the slash, capital V, square bracket, and the number picked variable was 5. So we'll put 5 inside the square brackets. So that's what we have here. Now, let's get the reward. Oh, we have to lose the money. So he says you lose, so we have to take that money away from the person. So we double click, we have to change the amount of gold. So we change the gold, we are going to decrease it by the variable. We check the variable, the wager. We're going to decrease it by the wager. Okay. So now we lose the gold. And if we go back to him and bet again, we'll go start over, and then at one point we'll make the variable equal to the golden purse. Now, if we win, let's have him say, you won. You won. We both picked, and then let's do show what the variable was, the slash V, square bracket, and let's just do the random number 1, or we could do 5. They will be the same. Now we need to reward ourselves the money. Now there are a couple of ways to do this. We could change gold to increase by the variable of the wager, but you only get what you bet, and you have a 1 in 10 chance of winning, so those are not good odds. We could change the gold by the wager like this. We could do that 10 times. Here's what we'll do instead of rewarding the money 7 times. What we'll do is we will take this number, the variable of wager, and we will change it by multiplying it by, we'll say 12. We'll make it good odds. So we now have changed the wager to equal whatever it was before times 12. Now let's give the person that much money back. So if they win, we will change gold, increase by the variable wager, which was now 12 times larger than it was. Let's see how that works. And let's have him say, you won, and say how much gold it was. So we'll do the text. We'll pick his face, evil. Good job. You won. The /V, and the wager, I believe, was variable 3. Yep, variable 3 wager. We should change that to that much gold. So edit that and type gold. Okay, let's put a chest here with 700 gold in it. Transfer chest, gold 700. Let's see if it works. We'll try out the game. First, let's see if we try to make a wager with no money. If we say no, we're done. If we don't have any money, we say yes. And we bet 100. Says you don't have the money, leave me alone. Good. Let's get money. So we have 700 gold. Let's make a wager. And let's not wager 100. Let's just do 20. Says I have a random number. Pick a number between 0 and 9. Our number is 2. Says you lose, the random number was 1. You picked 2. Darn. Says, ooh, that's not right. Good job, you won 20 gold. Oh, I know what happened. We should have, let's check to see how much gold we have. Hit escape. We have 680. So it lost the gold. But where I had him say, you won X amount of gold, I should put that somewhere else. So this area is if we lose. It says you lose. So let's change that to say you lost this much gold. We'll edit that. Say you lost this gold. Now in this branch, we'll say you won that much gold. You won slash variable square bracket 3 square bracket gold. Okay, now let's try it out. Let's get our gold. We know everything else works. Would you like a chance to gamble? Yes. How much gold? Let's wager 23. You may pick a number between 0 and 9. We pick 2 again. I won. We both picked 2. You won 276 gold, which is how much gold was multiplied by my winnings. If we hit escape, we have 976 gold. All right, let's see if we can bet more than that now. So I have 976. So we want to gamble. Let's bet 986. We don't have that much. Does it still know that we don't have this much? It says you don't have that, leave me alone. Okay. Do you want a chance? Let's do it one more time, but now let's pick what we do have, but more than what we bet last time. So let's bet 906. We can do it. Let's now pick 4, see what happens. Oh, I lose. The number was 9. All right, I lost 906 gold. If we wanted him to say how much gold we had left, he could say that, but we're not going to mess with that. You can easily hit escape and see. So that's how to make a gambling person. Have fun and good luck. Lots of trial and error on this one.